guys? TheCampingRusher here. Welcome back to Factions Base Tour, ladies and gentlemen. It means so much that you tune into this show every single Saturday at 7 or 10 p.m. Eastern. 7 p.m. Eastern is the main show. I assume most of you guys saw episode 700. I hope you like that. And actually, you probably saw the Purge episode that came out earlier today. I got something cool planned for you tomorrow. And episode 701 of the show should be out Monday or Tuesday. We're not too sure. It depends if Factions Gold, the new server, opens up. It'll either open up Sunday or Monday, but the ranks for it, the $20 and $50 ranks, are already available if you want to pick those up. Today we are on Factions Platinum. Arguably one of the smallest servers on the Archon. It's a very small community, and not only do I want to, tour this base, I want to find out a little bit about the people who play on here and how they feel about it and how they think of Factions Platinum. I'm very interested. So we're on Factions Platinum, touring a faction called Reborn, and thank you for doing your thing and playing on the Archon. I really appreciate it. The winner of the name choosing competition. I always ask you while we're touring the base, think of a name for this base and you could be featured in the next episode. Mr. Troll said call it The Base. Because why not? I loved it because the troll and the base, why not? I don't know, it made sense. So starting off, Factions Platinum, and we're actually pretty late at night right now. You can see there's not too many people on. This base is pretty young. You can see the walls are still being genned. I mean, they got a decent wither wall set up right now. Nothing crazy, obviously. We've seen a lot crazier defenses, but the defenses apparently are nowhere near being done. They actually built right up beside an old base that used to exist, and it looks like, yes, this base is obviously raided, but what they've done is used part of their old defenses as help for their defense, which is a very good strategy. And yeah, their gap, decently large, nothing we haven't seen before. An average gap, we would say. They are built on the, are they on the corner? No, they're not on the corner. They're not on the corner. They are just on the world border. Obviously, it's always good to go on the edge of a border. And that is the outskirts. Nothing too special on the outside. They got like scattered blocks all around right now. I hope they're getting rid of those soon. That is a death trap in the making. Moving directly inside of the base. All in all, this base it looks very pretty. It's very rich. It's a rich base here on Factions Platinum, but it's extremely pretty. It's very protected on the inside. You can see right when I start opening in the lava, lots and lots of gear. If these chests get taken down, the people raiding aren't going to get anything. So it's a motivation for people not to raid this thing, which is always a good idea. I don't know. I don't know if I'm always a fan of the lava because you can't actually see the chest. There's a visibility issue. So, it's just a pleasure, though. That's just a pleasure of mine. I like to see the chest. It's a little pet peeve. I like to see the chest so I don't have to go around searching around for which one is the chest and which one isn't. Either way, you can see lots of prop 4. We'll get more into that in the calculation. Nice little spawn area. The thing they do with their stairs, they got heads there, nice and pretty. And, ooh, gapple. And cow spawners, they got a little bit of bedrock. So subtle, too. You guys know I love the bedrock. So subtle. You can barely see it, but it just shows a little bit of richness, a little bit of power right there, and that's what I love. Staircase feature is amazing. You got a double staircase. They got a little bit of parkour. Let's see if I can beat it first try. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh, yeah. I did not just fail the last jump. Oh, I got to do it again. Rush. Multi-jump. There we go. Okay, I beat it. Back to the tour. And we've got spawners. They're different, actually. It's not just one spawner setup. So we come up here. They got a nice little overhang deck kind of area. And then they've got their blaze spawners with a cool pattern that looks like fire. Their glass pattern reminds me of fire, which is perfect for a blaze spawner setup. And not only that, they got lots of blaze in there, lots of spawners. You climb up another beautiful quartz staircase, and you get up to the top where they've got over 100 IGs in this little area. This part's not really designed too much, but that's just because there's not too much room left in the base. Lots of IGs. I think they messed up. One of them placed bedrock up here apparently, so they ended up just making it into this weird looking design. I mean, it looks okay. It looks decent. It shows power. It's kind of random, but they let me know they made a mistake or something. That's why this is here. Lots of IGs in here, and that is the main chunk of the base. They got a nice little pretty AFK room, And then, are these their OP chests, or are they just random? No, it looks like maybe just raid chests or random chests up here, or they're just starting a new storage area. I'm not too sure on that. Enchanting, and I think their brewing spot was down there on the bottom floor. That's not all, though. We can keep moving. Home base 2. And below the base, there's 2 completely different obsidian boxes. There's one above and one below. The one above was the one we were just in, the main part. Then you go down about 50 blocks and you get this brand new obsidian box. And it contains 3 mini boxes with inside. So everyone does this now. Different vaults, obsidian boxes inside. Allows you to safely keep other people safe. A lot of different people safe. So this is just for, I think, trusted members. You go down here. The cool thing is, though, each one they make have their own IG spawner. So these people really care about their members. This faction cares about their members, cares about them making money. And it's not just a small, measly little area. You got a pretty big box. You got a double-decker box here with IGs and storage area. Moving on to the next box. Ooh, I already have one here. Never mind. Home base 4. Box number 2, I mean, same kind of thing. They got mine carts. Lots of prop 4 in there as well. You head down, you've got the IGs again. So, cool setup, dude. Not selfish at all. Home base 5, the third and last mini box. And again, more IGs. These trusted members are not getting ripped off. They're getting private areas that are pretty massive with room for storage and IGs. So, all in all, this faction here on Platinum, very kind to their members, and I think that shows strength within a faction. Let's go meet these guys. Meeting up with the Reborn faction members and Napkin. You can see Napkin scouting your base out. Does that make you guys nervous, by the way, that Napkin's in the base right now? Or are you cool with
Absolutely.
So thanks, guys, for meeting me on such short notice, the 3 of you boys. And are you all mods in the Reborn faction?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, Kiosh isn't. Oh, dude, that's depressing, but that's all right. I'm glad you're here still, man. So I got a couple questions for you guys. Beautiful base, by the way. First one on Factions Platinum in a long time on this base tour show. So it's good to see some factions thriving on here. It's really good to see. A couple general questions. How long's the base been up, my friends?
So this base actually is we're still actually in the process of building it, to be honest. It's our 3rd base this season, though. We do pretty well once we get a base up, but This one's only been up about 2 weeks or so.
2 weeks, so kind of in between. Yeah, so a young teenager. For some reason, I always classify things based on adult or teenager, so it's a young teenager. And you've had different bases before, and how have they been rated? Inside or cannon, wither? How's it went down?
So we got an ocean base that went down. Actually, it lasted us almost the majority of the season, but we finally started getting targeted too much, and that was only a matter of time. So
okay.
We've actually never lost an IG. We've never lost, we lost a little bit of armor, very little things actually in raids. We tend to clear out before anything gets too crazy, but yeah.
So even though you've gotten raided, you are very good escapists, it sounds like. Not losing too much of your gear and very efficient. That's a good quality to have. How much time have you put into the base so far, you think, hours-wise?
Well, this base has been estimate probably 40-50 hours.
40-50, holy lord, dude. That's time. And I mean, we've seen the defenses. It looks very well defended. You got a few blocks scattered in the end right now, though. That's a little scary, dude. Jeez.
Well, this far into the season, it was really hard to find a world border corner claim that wasn't completely crowded with 100 bases. So.
Yeah, that's true. It's a little messy in the worlds right now. All right, so you're still clearing out then, I assume. All right. Well, a couple more questions I got for you. Why do you play on Platinum? I mean, Platinum, arguably one of the smallest servers on the TheArchon, smallest communities now that, my show has moved on from it. We're now 2 seasons in front of it. What is the joy, dude? Tell the viewers, why do you guys like playing where there's a small community?
It's definitely different than last season when you were on. It was a number of other YouTubers. It was definitely a fun time, but it was really overwhelming and crazy. We were getting attacked on a daily basis. So this is a nice change of pace, man. To be honest.
Yeah, completely different. I feel like things move a lot more mellow. There's time to think. There's lots of time to think, lots of time to build. and you don't have 10 enemies at once. So I know there is lots of people, and we've always been told, like, why don't you just combine all the servers? I know there's people who do enjoy the smaller and I guess less stressful, but still competitive. I mean, next question I have is, what's your most memorable raid? I mean, you still raid on Factions Platinum, right?
Oh yeah,
Obviously.
yeah. There's always something going on. We had a good raid not that long ago on a faction called Formidable. That
Okay.
it was mostly it was pretty much an inside. They had been attacking us and getting real feisty, so we had to do a little payback and got an inside on them. We got about 30 plus dubs.
30 plus dubs a year you got from it. So is that your main enemy, or what's your relationship with this Formidable faction now?
For the majority of the season, they've been one of our bigger enemies. But now, actually, their old owner and a number of their mods
died off.
Yeah. They left, so they kind of left, and some joined you, and some have left, and it's all over the place. That's weird, eh? It goes weird when you inside a faction, then half of them become your best friends. It's a little
We have a few.
You got a few, okay, a little bit of a weird scenario. Awesome, well, thanks for meeting with me today, guys, and yeah. I think I might wrap it up right there. So, yeah, I'll gonna go do the calculations and find out the wealth of this beautiful base. And, yeah, guys, thanks again, and nice meeting you, boys. Ladies and gentlemen, the calculations are in. And here they come. Based on 163 IG spawners, 52 blaze, 57 dubs of prop 4, 1 dub of gaps, 21 bedrock pieces, and $28,700,000 worth of miscellaneous items. The total value for this base here on Factions Platinum on none other than pvp.thearchon.net is $412,892,500. Thank you so much to the Reborn faction for allowing me to tour their base here on Factions Platinum. If you guys want to apply to have your base toured, do it in this video in the comments below. Also, I want to hear, what would you name this base? Let me know in the comments below. Guys, thank you for tuning into this show and growing the Factions Base Tour show to what it is today. There's over 75,000 of you watching it every single Saturday. It's a huge accomplishment. So thank you so much. I love you guys so much. Tune in next Saturday, 10 p.m. Eastern. And until then, have a beautiful one. Talk to you later. Goodbye.